inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Both teams emerging from the Ford Field tunnels just a short time ago. And, of course, the loudest cheers were reserved for the hometown Lions. They're set to go as they will match up with the Green Bay Packers. Certainly the game of the weekend, maybe the game of the year, the battle of the unbeatens as we get underway. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. On first down, Rodgers. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. A very solid gain of 27. And on this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then that opens things up underneath. A really nice start for them. Great way to get the game going.
And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. A'Shawn Robinson there on the stop.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Right now, you got 58. Kelly, don't let Kelly.
A play fake to Montgomery. Now Rodgers. Caught on the right side by Adams. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Rodgers finding Adams for a Packer first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Throwing is Rodgers. He's going to air one out. And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown, Packers. Marquez Valdez-Scantling with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Packers have taken the early lead. Crosby with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Crosby on now to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. On first down, Stafford here. And he's got his tight end. This is Luke Wilson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards there as they move the chains. Stafford on first down. It's complete to Gordon Tate. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 15 yards there for number 15. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Now here's the first carry for Amir Abdullah. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It'll be a loss of 7 on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long.
21. Hurry up, get set.
From the gun, here's Stafford. He completes it to Abdullah. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. It'll be a pickup of only a yard. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. A shotgun snap for Stafford. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Nick Perry able to finally get him for a loss of 16. And it's going to lead to a 4th down. On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. Trevor Davis deep for Green Bay. And this will be taken at the 13. Oh, able to avoid him. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. They have to be thrilled with that first drive that got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
While we know that the identity of this offense is to throw the ball, they've got to run it every so often, and for no other reason than to tamp down the pass rush. They can't let them just tee off and get to their quarterback.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. And this is caught. Mercedes Lewis with a grab. And they get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
What can't Aaron Rodgers do? The legwork there, getting him to 1st.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a 1st down.
Box it. Yeah, Liz.
They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to air one out. This is caught. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the 1st down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. 2 touchdown passes now here in this first quarter for Aaron Rodgers. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. And it's good to make it 14-0. Crosby on now to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So out now come the Lions. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Here's Stafford now on 2nd down. Oh, the rookie nearly had the pick. Probably should have had it. 3rd down now. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and this shows on the scoreboard.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Just beating the play clock. Stafford looking downfield for Jones. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Pulled in at the 24. So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And now the Packers get set to go. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. To Montgomery to begin the drive. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
Rodgers now on 1st down. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he slides to avoid the hit. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. Now they'll throw with Rodgers. Flush to his right, and that's complete to Adams. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Jump out! Go to 50. Hey, you block over here.
On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Ezekiel Ansah in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And Ty Montgomery has it complete. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Hey, where y'all going?
Rodgers will try again on 2nd down. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Aaron Rodgers, 3 first-half touchdown passes. And the Packers add on to their lead. So not only is that his 3rd touchdown catch of the game, he's done it here in the first half.
I'm not sure defensively what they're going to come up with to slow him down, because already we're seeing him run past, over, through guys in order to make these catches. And being able to try and shut him down at this stage of the game, it's going to take a lot of effort. So maybe it'll open things up for some other people.
Well, they better figure something out, and soon. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. On 1st and 10, Stafford. He completes it to Tate. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. A 2nd down run for Abdullah. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
All right, here we go. Let's go now, let's go.
Here's Stafford. He rifles one that's intercepted. And it's Clinton Dix with a pick. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. That's brought in by Davis over the middle. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down. A lot of attention paid this week in practice to red zone offense. The coach was optimistic about how it went. We'll see. Rodgers now on 1st down. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. 1:57 to go in this first half. We'll come back to Ford Field after this. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. They come up in an offset eye. They'll run with Montgomery, and he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Now that was a terrific play. We're down here near the goal line, and only one word comes to mind for me, and that's overwhelm, because they absolutely overwhelmed the offensive line. He came free and made the hit in the backfield.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time. To throw is Rodgers. To throw on 2nd down. Being chased out left. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
It's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Hey, 626. Zoom.
Rodgers now on 3rd and goal. He's going to go down, sacked back at the 13-yard line. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So on now for the Packers at their all-time leading scorer, Mason Crosby. And Crosby puts it through, and that stretches this lead even further. It's now 24-0. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point's not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
So here come the Lions now. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down. Now Stafford. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long.
21.
To throw on 2nd down is Stafford. And it's caught over the middle. Wilson. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third. The Lions on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 8. Out of the gun, Stafford. Able to locate Wilson. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion. Stafford now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10.
Set. Waiting.
Check, 47.
On 1st down, it's Stafford. And he's going to be taken down. Back across midfield, just across midfield at the 49. Kenny Clark, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. On 2nd down, here's Stafford. Final shot before half for Rodgers. Trying to lay one up deep. And that is incomplete. So we've come to halftime here with the visiting Packers out on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. Pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Hey, set. On the ball.
On 2nd and 10, Stafford. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Galladay. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, minicamp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Back to the air. Stafford on 2nd down. Wide open receiver complete. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
He'll get this one to Galladay. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. Now a carry here for Orleans Darkwa. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
Brandon, we're into the second half, and this offense has not scored a lot of points, and that was another example of why. I think it's time to open things up and start really trying to move the ball.
The Lions on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Hurry!
Throwing is Stafford. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 33. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Crosby connects on the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6, obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Let's go now, let's go.
Stafford here coming off his pick 6. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. 2nd and 10, Stafford again. Completing it here to Marvin Jones. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Stafford to Jones, enough for a Lion 1st down. Stafford now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the 2nd half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Stafford on 1st down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Then it's Clinton Dix with a pick. Well, Charles, he's thrown 5 picks in a game before, and right now, after that one, he's standing on number 4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking the offensive coordinator, can you do anything to slow this down? Because my guys have to keep running back out on the field. So play calling may come into it a little bit, maybe run the ball a little bit more, but a lot of it depends on the scoreboard. They may have to keep throwing it.
They'll try to get something going with Ty Montgomery. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal.
Hurry up, hurry up. Hey, check 26. Hey, Lex.
To throw, it's Rodgers. Touchdown, Packers. 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers. And his guys capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6.
You have fun with this one, partner?
I am. I mean, he's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about, getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone. This guy's in the master class right now. What a performance he's putting on, just carving them up.
4 touchdown passes. Carving him up is right. Seems like everything he throws is going to be a completion and going in the end zone. And Detroit getting set to go now. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Josh Jones. And he'll actually wind up losing about 10 yards here, but no matter, they've got the football back. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? And the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for second down. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. The Packers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. They go play action for Montgomery, and now Rodgers. The left side throw complete to Adams. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17. A first carry now for the BYU man. It's Jamal Williams. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Credit the tackle to Darius Slay.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the 3rd quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
Over here.
Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. Complete to Gavin Escobar, the tight end. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. First target, first catch, and a first down. Rodgers now 12 of 15 throwing the ball, 80% so far, and it's 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Out to his left. Space to run past the 20. Back now at Ford Field. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Jump 46.
Rodgers going to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game. and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal.
43 is the mic. Oh,
Kelly, zone left, Kelly.
Jim.
They get it to him running left. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And this is going to be incomplete. The coverage that time excellent by Nevin Lawson.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And Crosby puts it through, and that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
Let's go!
Now the backup Boykin, his first throw. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll be a 2nd down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
Now it's Boykin. Going to throw right side here, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. They go play action here on first down. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Come on, let's go!
2nd and 10 now. Boykin. It's brought in left side by Tate. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. That last catch winds up costing him 3, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd and 13. 3rd and long for Boykin. Out to the right here to Wilson. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, It's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle him almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Packer drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. That's always puzzling me a little bit.
And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. The Packers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And that is incomplete.
See, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe he didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch. Is the arm there, the leg's still there? This has been a tough game. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Now it's Tate. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And we have reached the 2-minute warning. And Detroit getting set to go now. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working and call more of that.
Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Flex round! Flex round!
Now Boykin on 1st down. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Nick Perry in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd down and 12.
Flex round! Flex round!
From the gun, it's Boykin. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Kenny Clark in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
Let's go! Flex round! Flex round! Ohio! 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 Ohio!
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jackson. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Thought they had something going there to break that goose egg here in the second half, but to no avail.
Hope was alive. until that interception. What a terrific play, taking the ball away after it looked like they were starting a drive.
And now that shutout still standing. You know that's something those defensive guys hold a lot of pride on, too.
No doubt about it. They are excited about where they are in this game.
And he powers his way up past the 30. Grover Quinn there on the stop. The storyline of this one, Charles, no doubt the number